Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So we fell victim to Prime Days. Now, we did not have the initial plan to go into Prime Days purchasing anything. There was nothing on our list that we were going to purchase. However, when looking at some of the sales and some of the deals, there were two that we absolutely could not resist, and that is the DJI drone and the DJI mics. Now, these are two items that we have been looking at for a long time. As you know, I create a lot of content, so it's two things that we have been absolutely looking at, but they just weren't a necessary at the point in time. So therefore, we did not purchase them. However, on Prime Days, they both went on sale. The mics didn't go on sale a ton. We still paid $80 for them, which I think is typical like sale price. But it was still a good deal that we couldn't resist because we're going to be vlogging a lot, especially coming up to our trip to Minnesota. So we could not pass those up. But the biggest sale that we got was the DJI drone. And we have been looking at this for a long time. My husband specifically has been looking at this for a long time because he's been wanting a drone for a while. And we got the Fly combo, which I'm going to show you everything that comes in it, for a lot less than what it typically is. So we're going to unbox both of these items today so I can show you what comes in everything. And then, of course, later on the channel, you're going to see us use them for our content. So let's start with the mics because there's a lot less to unbox in the mics. So these are the DJI Mic Mini. And I am a big DJI fan. I will say that. I record on a DJI Osmosis Pocket 3 99% of the time. We also have a DJI gimbal. We are big fans of DJI, so we're not new to this brand at all. So in the Mic Mini, when you open it up, everything's all wrapped nice and neat, which is typical of DJI standards. Usually everything is all wrapped up nice and neat for you. And they have, the one thing I will say is they have really nice carrying cases for all of their products. Every single product that we have has some kind of carrying case. And actually um I have the gimbal here, and that's the carrying case that it came with. So this was our first DJI product. So they all come with super nice carrying cases. This one for the mics is especially nice because it's a soft cover and it's small, so you can easily throw it in your bag. For me, my gigantic bag of content related tools. So then we have all of the accessories wrapped up individually, which again makes it extremely nice to unpack and have. So we're going to start with the main product here, and that is the actual microphones themselves. So this is the microphone case with the microphones. You press here and unlock it and pop it open, and it has your transmitter with two mics in it. So there's what the mic looks like. It's very small and compact, which is one thing that we really liked about this. And this is magnetic, so that if you go up and down like that and shake it around, which can happen in a purse or a bag, they do not fall out, which is very nice because with a mic of this size, it could definitely get lost easy if that wasn't the case. And then you have your transmitter. So the main reason we wanted these microphones is to start doing more of our vlogs and stuff on the go. Currently with my Pocket 3, I only have one DJI mic. And so if my husband is in my videos or anyone else for that factor, we only have one mic to share and go off of. So it's really helpful to have two mics, and these will hook up with my Pocket 3 so that we can record on it but use these double mics. And then, of course, you have the charging cable here, which you have just plugs right in. And it is a USB-C, which mostly, I feel like that's standard now. I feel like most products is USB-C these days. And then, of course, all of your little I like to call them mufflers because they kind of stop the echo and stop like that rasping. My cat likes to be in all my videos. You guys know this. You've seen it before. It stops like the raspy voice. So you have two different ones. You have the solid black and then like the gray black. and you have a set for each microphone, which is super nice and convenient. Especially if like one person needs it and the other person doesn't, then you have the option to use it or not use it. So I'm very excited to try out these microphones. We are going to be trying them out as soon as possible, because, like I said, this item has been on our wish list for a very long time. And we are finally glad to actually have one. I felt like it was necessary just because we have the trip to Minnesota coming up. We also have a couple other trips in the works for this year and next year. And so this felt like an item that we absolutely had to have. So that is the Mic Minis. And I'm going to put everything back in this little bag so that it is all put together. Like I said, the one thing about DJI that they do absolutely, I mean, they do a lot of things right, let's be honest. They're like, I'm stuck on that brand, I won't buy another. But the one thing that they do right is their casing for all of their products. I love how easy it is to carry. Now let's move on to the big product. This is the DJI Mini 4K Fly More Combo Drone. So this is not just the drone, it is the combo pack. And if you know anything about DJI, you know that their products come solo, but then they also have like combo packs for more accessories and more kits and whatever, basically to fit whatever need you need. And again, like I said before, the one thing DJI does great is their bags and their carrying cases. So this is the carrying case for the drone. It's got this adjustable strap, which is super nice because you can make it a shoulder bag. That way it's easy to carry, especially if you're hiking or something like that. It has two pockets. The big pocket, which is where the drone and stuff is housed currently, but it also has like this mini pocket where you could put like extra SD cards, things like that. It's just small, convenient case. So when we open this up, we have the controller, the drone itself, and then we have the battery charger. And so the Fly More combo came with an additional battery and the charging dock, which I'm going to show you first. So this is the charging dock. It has the additional battery in there with the dock station. And you simply, to charge these batteries, you just put them in here and then plug this case in, which makes it really easy because if you don't have this, then you have to charge the battery in the actual drone itself. So if you're on a big trip where you're using it a lot, that could really kind of interfere with your creating content. So that's why we wanted this combo instead of just like the solo drone. But again, it kind of depends on what fits your needs. If you're not going to be using it a ton like that, then you're probably fine with the solo combo. But I like that this little dock is just an easy way to take out the battery, charge it over here. We could charge these two while using this one and vice versa so that we can always shoot content. And then next is our controller. So this is the actual thing that controls the drone. Very compact. Kind of reminds me of like a Nintendo DS controller to be honest with you. I just feel like it just gives me that vibes. You can also pop this out to have your phone attached to it so that you can see what you're actually shooting content on the drone, because obviously this has no screen on it. So when you pop that out, you're able to attach your phone through the Fly app and you can see what the drone is actually visibly seeing, which is another very good feature because otherwise you could be taking pictures and videos of stuff that you don't even want. So that is a great feature from DJI to be able to pop that out and put your phone in there. And it looks just kind of like a tripod. So it just extends out however far you need. And you can just watch what you're filming. Now, I will be honest with you, my husband's definitely going to control this more than I am because I am not very good at controlling things on a remote. So this is going to be his little fun and his little project, which he's very excited for. And then, of course, finally, we have the actual product itself, the drone, and it's right now taped up and compact. You pop this open and take that off, and that releases it, which is a great way to keep this stored and to make sure that your blades are protected, because that's the one thing that you definitely want to keep protected with a drone. They have to fly. And if the blades are messed up, how are they going to fly? So you pop that out, and then I'm not going to take this all the way out. I'm going to let my husband do all of this. But you take this out and remove this little tape, and this is your camera cover here that was taped onto the drone so that it wouldn't fall. And there's your camera. And the camera on the drone itself is very similar to my pocket camera. It has the same look on about it. And so I know what the Pocket 3 can do, and it does great things. And so I'm very excited to see what this does, because I know it's just going to by far beat my expectations. This already has a battery in it. So like I said, we got 3 batteries, 2 in this, 1 in this, and we can charge them all at one time. But if you did not get this case for a reason, you can definitely leave the battery in here and plug it in right here to charge the actual battery in the drone itself. So you guys be prepared to see all of the drone content from us. Like I said, we have a couple different trips lined up. Minnesota for sure. I don't know if we'll necessarily use the drone in Minnesota, just because we are going to be downtown in the big city and that might be frowned upon a little bit. But all of our other trips, we're probably going to capture at least a little bit with the drone. You have to definitely check regulations, permits, stuff like that, because some cities can have special regulations and permits for flying drones. So definitely check that out before you actually use one. But I am very excited. I think we hit the jackpot on our Prime deals this year, and I cannot wait to show you guys what we get. But as always, please subscribe to the channel, and I will continue to update you on how much we like both of these items. And I say how much we like them because I'm a DJI loyal. I know I'm going to like them. So subscribe to the channel and follow along for more content with our DJI products.